Hi, Ethan. Welcome to India Today. This is Tushar.
Uh, Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I quickly want to jump in and take you back a bit in your childhood and ask you when you were growing up as a little kid, did you look at the universe, at the moon and the sun, and think of superheroes and the world out there? And who were any of the influences on you early on as a child in terms of the superhero galaxy universe?
Gosh, when I think like that, I just remember like being on school buses as a kid and reading Spider-Man and Superman and Fantastic Four and uh, all different kinds of comics. You know, for some reason, as I didn't really love to read when I was younger, and comics were a thing that my mother would give me just to encourage me to read because I did enjoy reading them. But then somewhere in there, I started getting obsessed with cowboys, and I started taking my superhero action figures and dressing them up as cowboys and putting them on horses. I don't know why. Um, Kids are weird. But I think when we look at the moon and the stars, it's pretty clear none of us really are sure of why we're born and why we're on a star in space and where we were before we were born and what happens to us after we die. And we start trying to make some sense out of it. And sometimes superheroes really help.
Absolutely. And I also want to talk to you a bit about the fact that Moon Knight is unlike any other MCO superhero project that we've seen. And not just your character, but every character, the narrative, the storyline. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you didn't read the script before you said yes to this. What was it about this? Was this interesting? The fact that it is so unlike anything else. There's a mental health issue that we're talking about. Was all of this interesting?
It was extremely interesting. And that's why I found it so compelling and why I said yes to it is, Oscar Isaac and Mohammed Diab talked me through what they thought the show would be. We did start without a script. They had a basic architecture of what the story was going to be. They could talk you through, and it was very compelling and it seemed really original. What was original to me about it was Oscar's character. Having such a broken, fractured mind as your hero. The Marvel Universe is filled with insane villains, but to have an absolutely a hero who's not in control of his own mind and have him actually be suffering in an extreme way creates an unreliable narrator. It allowed the directors to play with point of view and vision and what's true and what's not true. And is he just dreaming that he's a superhero? Is he a superhero? And the metaphor of that is powerful to me because at the end, his real heroic act is integrating as a person. And when you can accept all the aspects of yourself, you become very powerful. And when you divide up yourself and you hate certain parts of yourself and over idealize other parts of yourself, you're off balance. And so the show had kind of a built-in metaphor to it that I found really interesting and helped me create my character.
Absolutely. I think what a beautiful thought and what a beautiful way to summarize it. I can't let you go without asking you. You have a huge fan base in India, and we had a message for all the Indian fans come from you. Any plans to visit India, or if there's an offering to collaborate?
It's so funny that you say that. That is definitely one of my life goals. Is to. I remember my parents visited India when I was a kid, and they came back so blown away, and I've always wanted to go. And I kept thinking the film business would take me there. Someday I'll get offered a movie that shoots there or something, and I really hope it happens. I really do. It would be so wonderful.
Maybe the next season of Moon Knight. You never know.
Maybe so. We
On
find
that note,
Arthur
thank you.
Harrow in a temple in Calcutta.
There, we are putting it out in the universe. On that note, thank you so much, Ethan, for speaking to us.
Thank you.